And so you need to go to a lower I will come back with the same preamble in Mfantsipim School. Give the physical quantity represented by the letter of the term symbol and state its numerical value. Benjamin.
The letter signifies the angular momentum of the specific orbital. And then for this specific one of L, it has a value of 1.
2 out of 3. All right, with the same preamble, St. Augustine's. State the physical quantity represented by the subscript and give the term symbol of the other upper state. Nana Benyi.
So the subscript represents the magnetic spin quantum number. And then, like that's the half. And then the quantity represented by the other quantity represents the number of possible magnetic quantum numbers that the transition would possess.
What was your first answer? I could barely hear.
I said the subscript represents the magnetic spin quantum number.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay. Opoku Ware School, your answer was the superscript. It's the multiplicity and the total spin half. Those were the two answers. So the superscript is multiplicity and the physical property is total spin half. Okay. In Mfantsipim School, the physical quantity represented by the letter of the term is the total orbital. You left out the orbital. Total orbital angular momentum. And yes, the numerical value is 1, which you got. All right. And then for you, St. Augustine's, the physical quantity is total angular momentum. And we have the other upper state is the doublet P1/2. Doublet P1/2. All right? Okay. Now, let me then tell you a little bit about this, right? So term symbols, they are labels that describe energy levels and spin states of electrons in an atom. Okay? They help us to understand the characteristics of emitted light. In this particular case, we are talking about sodium, the old lamps. If you know about the old lamps, they were sodium lamps, right? And the light that is emitted, they actually come with 2 wavelengths. We have 589 nanometers is the D1, and then 589.6 nanometers, which is the D2. So we are talking about the different lights in that yellow. But those are actually going out of fashion now because sodium is toxic, right? So we are finding different ways to light up our streets instead of using these sodium lamps. These are some of the applications of the science that we learn. All right. Next set, 10 seconds. Opoku Ware School. Bile is produced in the liver, stored in the gallbladder, then released into the small intestine. Explain how, that's my key word, how bile affects the digestion of fat in the small intestine. Seven.
Okay, Chocho. So the bowel is responsible for breaking down the much heavier fats and oils into smaller groups called micelles and chylomicrons, which are easily digestible by the enzyme lipase, and hence the bowel salts within the bowel, sodium thiouracholate and sodium glycocholate, are responsible for the breakage of the structures of the fats and oils. And when they break these fats and oils into smaller pieces, they are able to be acted upon by the enzymes lipase, since they will now have a smaller surface area or larger surface area to be able to be acted upon by the lipase and to be easily absorbable by the body and the lacteals.
2. I'll come back with a reason for taking the 1 point. Mfantsipim School. A home economics student prepared a fresh fruit salad by cutting up a variety of fruits and placing them in a bowl with layers of sugar in between. After 2 hours, the fruit is surrounded by concentrated sugar solution, also known as syrup. Explain why concentrated sugar solution, the syrup, was produced after 2 hours. Yes, Benjamin.
Yes. So the layers of sugar being introduced into the fruit salad causes the creation of an osmotic gradient between the fresh fruits and then the sugar. So this osmotic gradient generates an osmotic pressure that pushes water from inside of the fruits. So it moves the water from the fruits outside of them so that the water can dissolve the layers of sugar. And then when this water comes out, the sugar is in a high concentration. As such, this water dissolves the sugar so that it can form a very, very highly concentrated sugar solution, which is the syrup.
Yes. The effect of osmotic pressure. St. Augustine's. Why do biological washing powders not work at high temperatures? Nana Benyi, please speak up.
So, biological that's washing powders at high temperatures, they are active ingredients that actually does the work would decompose.
Speak up.
So the biological washing powders at high temperatures, the active ingredients in them would decompose due to the high temperature. And when it decomposes, it renders the entire washing powder useless, since the active ingredient that is supposed to actually do the removal of the grease and stains from the materials is no longer functional since it has been decomposed at these extremely high temperatures?
I'm not accepting it. For a bonus. Okay, let's start with you. Did I hear decomposed? No. Okay, so the washing powders, they contain enzymes. They contain enzymes which are designed to work and break down stains at lower temperatures. When the temperature exceeds the optimal range for these enzymes, the enzymes' active sites become denatured, not decomposed. They denature, they change their conformation, right? They become denatured, that's the technical term. And so it affects their ability to function. That's the reason, okay? All right. Now, Opoku Ware School. Remember I told you my keyword. I said how. You describe the process. No problem about that. So what the bowel salts are doing, you described it. But the technical underpinning of what is happening, it's because the bowel salts are amphipathic in nature, right? So they can interact with both the hydrophobic and the hydrophilic, and that is how they are able to break the fat down into those micelles you talked about, increasing the surface area. I did not hear the technical reason why it's able to do that. That's why I took 1 point away. All right. Next set 30 seconds with a short preamble. Preamble to all schools. Find the distance of the point. Find the distance of the point. Opoku Ware School. A with coordinates 1, 2. From the line, 3x plus 4y plus 9 is equal to 0. Yes, John?
4 units.
Yes. With the same preamble in Mfantsipim School. B with coordinates -3, 4. From the line, 4x plus 3y plus 35 is equal to 0. Yes, Ahmed?
7 units. 7 units.
Yes. St. Augustine's with the same preamble. C with coordinates 2, 2. From the line, 5x plus 12y plus 5 is equal to 0. Harold?
3 units.
Yes. Last set of questions for the round. 30 seconds. Opoku Ware. In a pharmaceutical laboratory, a chemist synthesizing aspirin, C9H8O4, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, reacts 4.83 kilogram of salicylic acid, C7H6O3, acetic anhydride, C4H6O3. Assuming the reaction goes to completion, what is the maximum mass of aspirin that can be produced?
We have 6.30 kilograms.
Yes. H7H8O. Assuming the reaction goes to completion, what is the maximum mass of benzyl benzoate that can be produced? Ahmed?
This 0.54 kilograms.
You're right. Last question of the round. St. Augustine. A pharmaceutical company is producing acetanilide C8H9NO, an important precursor for some pain relief formulations. In one batch, 7.44 kilogram of aniline C6H7N is reacted with excess acetic anhydride C4H6O3. Assuming the reaction goes to completion, what is the maximum mass of acetanilide that can be obtained from this batch? Yes, Harold?
10.8 kilograms.
You are right. And that's the end of the first round. Please clap for them. They've done really well.
brings you quality choices with Goil Super XP. Available in many nationwide. It is fortified with special additives that help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Branch into a Goil station today and energize your ride with Goil Super XP, compatible with most vehicles. Goil Super XP will feel will be feel. Goil, good energy. Yeah.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in.
Red hour receipt,
Boss, let's go back.
Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh. She's here.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Ow! Let me see.
She's never had a toothache before.
There might be a cavity. Don't you use Pepsodent?
We used to, but I'll try the new one.
Ah, that's why.
But doesn't every toothpaste give cavity protection?
Not really. Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter repairs tiny invisible holes to give 10 times stronger teeth. Will you trust Pepsodent?
Definitely.
Pepsodent, 10 times stronger teeth.
Use Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter.
Yeah. See, no one knows tomorrow. Anything can happen. Once more, yeah, go fit enjoy to sorrow. In such times, we rely on insurance. Charlie, no need to borrow. Make I tell you about this fresh insurance way go be safe tomorrow. You fit do it with Momo. See, make a krawa. Monthly premium as low as 3 CD. Make a krawa. You can do it on your mobile phone.